So the PCC market has a lot of different choices out there, from the real inexpensive to the real expensive. And I just wanted to show the preferred model that I think you should go with if you're looking to kind of dip your toes into the PCC world. This is a FX-9 pistol right here. This is the FX-9 Carbine. They're from Freedom Ordnance. If you don't know who Freedom Ordnance is, check them out on the website. And at the same time, they are also the folks that have the 9mm belt fed upper, which I think is cool as crap. So maybe that might ring a bell for a few of you guys. But I think that's just cool, having a 9mm belt fed upper. Anyway, they model that as the FM9. This is their FX9 series. So I'm just going to go over real quick a few of the reasons why. Now, I know I've done videos on this before, and those following have seen it, so I hope I don't sound too much like a broken record. But I've got some time behind these now, so I feel I can talk about them a little bit more and more. And the number one reason why I think they're great to get into is the price point. Look at an average of $650. Depending on where you're at, it might be a little bit more, might be a little bit less. So keep that in mind. Double check your local area and see what you got going on. So $650 for a really capable and high quality 9mm PCC or 9mm pistol setup. So I think that's hard to beat, especially considering that these are, metal construction. It's not like this has plastic parts on it. The rails are metal, the upper and lower receivers metal. All the stuff inside is metal. There's no plastic stuff hung on this gun. In fact, the only plastic stuff that's hung on these guns right here in front of you are the stuff that I put on. Like the hand stop here is plastic. The covers here are plastic and whatnot. The stock is plastic. The shockwave brace is plastic. That's about the only thing. That and the pistol grip that seems to be plastic on these guns. When you're looking at these type of setups that are around the $400, $500, $600 range, you start finding a lot of plastic stuff, and they're doing that to cut costs. Well, these guys figure out a way. You know what? We're going to keep things simple. We're going to keep things really reliable, and we're going to make something that's going to last. That was their mindset behind it. I could see it in these guns. Standard blowback action 9mm. It will definitely take most, if not all, different bullet weights and profiles of 9mm in my experience and based off of the research that I've done. So I think that's a really good deal. Sometimes direct blowbacks can be a little bit picky depending on how they're designed, but these work just great. So rest assured, if you buy one of these, if you have self-defense ammo, specific type of range ammo or whatnot, feel free to run it. About the only thing the factory doesn't recommend is running the aluminum case stuff, but that has more to do with the round itself and nothing to do with the gun. The AR modularity. Manual of arms is just like an AR-15 to include takedown and maintenance. The modularity, these are M-LOK rails that are on these two models here. So pretty much any M-LOK accessory. Top is a Picatinny rail, so you can throw lights, lasers, anything you want all over this gun, no problem. The Carbine has a mil-spec buffer tube, so you can run any type of collapsible stock, and of course the pistol, you can run whatever type of pistol brace you want, or if you choose to turn it into an SBR, then you can feel free to throw in whatever type of stock and buffer tube setup you want. So the modularity is there, which is a huge, huge deal, especially if you're looking for a training gun to complement your full-size AR-15. Some people are limited as far as shooting ranges, and they may have a shooting range that is pistol caliber only. So this might be a good deal for you. Pay $600 or something, get one of these. You can take it to your range that only allows pistol type ammunition, and you can still train and shoot without having to worry about breaking any range rules. There are other benefits to having a PCC over a rifle caliber setup, and I went over those in a couple videos, and I'm going to continue to make more videos as I have time talking about those in the future, so more to come on that. The biggest thing, along with the modularity, the recoil impulse. Now, sometimes with the blowback 9mm, that could be kind of a finicky subject. For the high-end stuff, it's a very low recoil impulse. For the low-end stuff, you might have more of a bulky, clunky type 9mm. What I'm talking about, for example, is the High Point Carbine and the Kel-Tec Sub 2000. Both great guns, but just due to their design, the Kel-Tec's really small, and so that kind of lends to it. The High Point, just the way it's designed, is just kind of clunky anyway. But there's kind of a clunky recoil, and it kind of surprises you when you shoot them because you're like, really? All this from a 9mm? Wow, it's a little bit of recoil there. That could be a turnoff to some people, especially if they're looking to buy a gun that complements their AR-15. A standard AR-15 223 has almost no recoil. These things I put just right on par with the AR-15s. They're easily controllable. It doesn't matter if I'm shooting the pistol model here or the carbine. Very controllable, very flat. Even with the blowback action, it's not clunky at all, so I'm extremely impressed. So I don't want to get too long-winded, but those are just some of the reasons. One of the big reasons, it takes Glock magazines. Double-stack Glock magazines. Glock magazines these days are like AR-15 magazines. They're everywhere. It takes the Glock brand magazines. It'll take the aftermarket, off-brand manufacturer, and, which I think is a good idea, these will even take the Glock 26 mags. So if you're doing some sort of bench rest shooting or whatever reason you need a low-capacity magazine, you can shove a Glock 26 mag in there. You're good to go. Or you can run the fun sticks like I do, or the 50-round drums and have a blast with it. So that's enough yakking out of me. A couple more things I want to talk about before I shut this video down. Check out their website, freedomordnance.com. Check out their specs. Take a look at their stuff. They have some distributors listed, but there's one place that's local to me. I like to support people that are local to me. It's called Machine Guns Montana. It's right here in the Flathead Valley, northwestern Montana. Check them out. You can go online and order these from them if you want. They'll get you hooked up. If you're local to my area, stop in, check them out. Really nice people. They actually have the FX-9 carbine on their wall for display. So they really good folks. They carry a lot of neat full auto toys and a whole bunch of good stuff. So check them out. And if you don't want to do that, then again, on the Freedom Ordnance website, they have a list of different distributors, and you can also talk to your local gun shop in the area and kind of go that route. Last thing, I have a Instagram page up, and I probably should have been plugging this earlier, but I'm doing stuff on the Instagram page as well right now. So check it out. It's under Armed Defender as well. If you guys and gals are on Instagram, go over there, give me a quick follow. I'd really appreciate it. And check out what I have to go there. I'm kind of doing the Instagram and YouTube thing. I really like the Instagram format. It's kind of cool, so I'm kind of going both these ways. So, all right, enough yammering out of me. I'm being too damn long-winded here. Thanks a lot for listening. Feel free to put your comments in. And again, I have to say I have no issues with this particular firearm. I think it's a well-made firearm. Good on Freedom Ordnance for making it, and I hope they continue to make these. All right. Thanks a lot for watching. Stay safe.